Good evening, everyone. We will now begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for blessings and protection received while participating in the construction of Paradise on Earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku prayer, please stand. Takahara ni kamsumarimasu, kamuroki kamuromi no mikoto mochite, sumemi oya kamuizanagi no mikoto, tsukushi no gimuka no tachihana no, oto no ahagi hara ni misogi harai kamo utoki ni narimasen. Arai dono o kami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsumi kebare o arai tamae kiyome tamae tomao suko dono yoshio amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yoro suno kami tachi tomoni ame no fuji goma no mimi furi tatete Kikoshi meseto kashikomi kashikomi maosu Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Kam nagara tamachi haemase. Nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining evermore brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving your ray. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We now receive group Johrei. May God and Meishu-sama bless you. I'm going to read Meishu-sama's teachings today, called God's Love, from the book Daily Inspiration. God's love. How mysterious and wondrous it is. All our prayers are answered when our requests are right, virtuous, and sincere. The true power to save the world rests with God. Let us pray, deeply pray, to the great God of light. Some things that seem good, even right, through human eyes, may not be so in the sight of God. Let us remain humble and discreet. People often fervently pray to God to save their lives or cure their illness. God's reply may be to remind them that such fervent and urgent prayer done repeatedly implies they don't have much trust in Him. God's blessings aren't dependent on the performance or frequency of one's act of supplication or faithful affirmation. He knows we are dependent on Him, and He will take care of us. God's love for humanity is so great and so profound that people can receive limitless blessings and protection as long as they open themselves up to receiving such blessings. When people put enough trust in God and leave the matter in God's hands, God never fails to help them. If we detach ourselves from undue ego, worries, and attachment, and leave the outcome to God, it is easier for God to extend a helping hand. Since God is all powerful and omnipotent, God can do anything. But if a person isn't in a condition to receive God's help, there is little God can do. If someone wants to receive it, that person only needs to become worthy of God's help through a change in faith, attitude, and behavior. Thank you very much. That was the teachings of Meishu-sama. And talking about God's love, the other teaching that Meishu-sama talks also about the importance of understanding and believing in God is when he says like this: I would like you to remember that rather severe purification may come to some individuals after they have started to dedicate themselves to Johrei and services in our organization. Often, when you begin to give a lot of service, more purification begins to appear, which is very good because the purification is a way of preparing yourself so that you can be more useful. So, maybe someone says like this: while God wishes to quickly reward these members for their dedication, their spiritual clouds must first be dispelled to a certain degree, just as a dirty container must be cleansed before they can be used for wholesome food. So if members endure their purifications patiently, without wavering, they will find themselves being blessed far beyond their expectations. This is part of God's love for us. So what is good, of course. But what seems to be unfortunate, Meishu-sama says, is also good, since it serves as purifying process. So when it is over, everything becomes better. So if a person can accept fortune or misfortune, health or illness as something good, something to be grateful for, that person will have true peace of mind. And this is all we really want, peace of mind. I wake up in the morning thinking about having peace of mind my whole day. But sometimes it doesn't happen this way. There's always something that comes up. But what I can do with that, I have to use whatever that happens to me as something positive, as something that I should learn from it, as a way of purifying my spirit. I may not enjoy conflict in my life, but if I have those spiritual clouds related with conflict, it doesn't matter if I don't want to have conflict, it will just come as a way of purifying my spirit. If I, in another life, or maybe in this life, create situations, if I give headaches to my parents or to many people by making them worry or feeling headaches because of me, of course, I am accumulating spiritual clouds that in the future I will have headaches myself. It's like a way of purifying my spirit. And this is for the better, so that we can better serve, we can better do and live our lives. So it's a way of God showing that He loves us. Purification. Now, today is Friday, and we are going to have our intensive Johrei. I've been inviting people to begin to practice Johrei more intensive. That means more Johrei, more times giving Johrei. Don't just give one Johrei, give two Johreis or three Johrei if you have the time. Or when you receive Johrei, receive 1, 2, 3 Johrei. So let's intensify the practice of Johrei. And so in this way, we will see how really God works. So today is Friday, we will begin our intensive Johrei, for those who can stay a little longer. So we'll go all the way into 7:15 Johrei practice. And for those at home, you can also do Johrei at home. You can do self-Johrei. Or remember, next Tuesday, we are here for also this intensive Johrei, so you can be here in person if you are a local resident. Okay, thank you very much, and have a good evening. Thank you. And this concludes our evening service. Thank you very much for attending this service. Let me